Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching season 2, episode 6 of The Expanse. I have not watched The Expanse in over a week. I'm still not over the last episode. The last episode felt like a finale, and I know that that's when book 1 ended. If you're a reader of the books, I didn't expect Miller and like that whole storyline to affect me the way that it did. I'm still emotional, and it is a week later. Um, I really didn't like Miller until he was no longer Star Helix. As soon as he wasn't a corrupt cop anymore, I was all for Miller. Especially him and Holden's contentious relationship. Not really him and Amos, because I feel like Amos could have killed him at any second. If he really wanted to. I don't think Amos wants to kill, but he knows if it's necessary, he's going to get the job done. But I really like started to really genuinely love Miller's character and his conviction and just the strength that he had and that he was like gonna stay true and strong to the belt till the end. And he saved the belt. He saved Earth. Like it's he's a hero. Ah. So we lost Miller, we lost Julie, we lost Eros. I don't know what happens to Venus now. I don't know if it gets destroyed, if the protomolecule is just dead, or if like there are some Venetian people that are now blue. I don't know. I feel like if I don't ask the question, then I'm gonna regret it later on. So even if it's a dumb question, I'm gonna throw it out there. But what happened on Venus? They tied up that storyline with a beautiful bow. Um, I didn't see it going that way, and I kind of felt by like the end of episode 3, beginning of episode 4, that like they had to kill Miller. Miller wasn't going to make it, but like he was going to go out like a boss. And at the end of episode 4, when you think that the Nauvoo is going to slam into Eros and it skips over him, I was ready to say my goodbyes. I was like it's coming, here it comes, here we go. And then what a perfect story for him to realize that Julie's consciousness is still alive and that he can still communicate with her and that she's still in there. And damn it, that was so good. It was so good. The kiss was weird, but it was so good. You know, uh, I'm glad that we got like such a finality to that storyline. I don't know if like there are flashbacks or if there is like still something in the future that has to do with those two or the proto molecule or Eros being on Venus, whatever it may be, because it's a consciousness that's in Eros. So like what if that consciousness survives, right? I mean, so like I just keep asking myself like is it really over? Physically maybe. But consciously maybe he could still live on. Maybe Julie could still live on. Maybe she could haunt her father. Maybe she could become one with the Razorback and just go off into space for all eternity. I'm still really sad about it, but like I said, it was perfect. And the reason why I'm sad is because there was a finality to it. There was something that was very cut and dry. This is done. And I love that for Miller. But then now I know that this episode is called Paradigm Shift. And yikes. Like, what does that mean? Now, like, I know what paradigm shift means. Like, I know what that means, but I don't know what that means for our crew of the Rossi. What that means for Fred Johnson. What that means for Christian. What that means for Aaron Wright. What that means for the belt. Anderson Dawes. Everything. The proto molecule is still a thing. It's still in the torpedo that's sitting out in space that they parked out there. So it's still alive. I don't know if well, but it's definitely alive. And it's only known by the crew of the Rocinante, the location of it, and that's a very, very, very powerful bargaining chip. And I thought Fred Johnson knew about it. I thought that they had told him, but then my editor's like, "Hey, Fred Johnson doesn't know." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you for that note." Because I would have been like, "Wait, he knows that this is going on." No, he doesn't. Is the protomolecule still going to be our main focus? because the term paradigm shift, I don't know if we're then going to shift over to Mars. Now, the Mars Marines want to fight. Gunny is ready to go. And I kind of like don't care about them. And it's not that I don't care, like, oh, I don't care anything about them. Like, I don't care about them now currently because I don't think that there have been any stakes. There's anything that's been really emotional besides her dreaming of the Mariner Valley and terraforming Mars, right? But we did see them kind of come together finally as a group and accept the Earther as a Martian. Um, and so I feel like also with the term paradigm shift, we're probably going to focus on them a little bit more. And that's great because right now, like, I don't really feel anything for them. And even like Gunny, like, I want to like her because she seems like she's a badass fighter. Like, she's like a female fighter that's like, she's going to kick some ass, right? But she's very one note. She's very blank. She's very just gung ho. That's not my jam. But I feel like with this show, they always start out like kind of in this sort of dynamic, and then when they shift to a new dynamic, and it gives you, more than, two or three different sides of a person, that I'm pretty sure I'm going to like her a lot. Maybe. So far, the majority of the females on this show, I can't really think of one that I don't like. Even the prostitute that was with Havelock. Oh, is Havelock still a thing? Do we still see Octavia? Star Helix? Are we going back to series? Oh my god, that just occurred to me that I have no idea what happened to them. But even then, like the prostitute, like and then Christian, like it's weird to say that in the same sentence, but like a lot of the females on this show are super dynamic, and I love that. So the other question that I'm wondering about is what's the fallout with the Mormons and Fred Johnson and the crew of the Rocinante like stealing the Nauvoo? Now I keep calling it the Nauvoo and the Nauvoo, and I keep switching it back and forth, and it's just a weird spelling, so it just throws me off. Nauvoo. Naboo with a V. Nauvoo. Got it. But like they stole this big ass ship. They were gonna ram it into an asteroid. How do you explain that? Fred was given control over the missiles that were heading towards Eros, and like he had to send them out into space. So he didn't even like do the thing that he was supposed to do to help Earth, even though he helped Earth and he was ready and available to help Earth. I'm a little curious as to how they feel about Fred Johnson now, not only the Mormons but also Earth. Anderson Dawes. So I feel like he was mostly brought in to one, establish the OPA, but also establish Julie's storyline a little bit. But I feel like now that Julie's gone, I feel like Anderson Dawes is going to be a thing. Like he's going to be like a big thing. And I don't have the best vibe from Anderson Dawes, but I'm sure the fact that I keep calling him by his full name, I could just call him Dawes, but I feel like I have to keep calling him Anderson Dawes because like there's something about him that I feel like is going to be big. And he's the leader of the OPA, right? He is willing to sacrifice Julie. He's willing to sacrifice his own sister's life, so he's willing to just do about anything for this cause. And I don't know if him and Fred Johnson are one and the same or if they're different factions of the OPA. Unknown to me. I know Lionel Polanski was kind of thrown around by both, I believe, but I don't know. They could be two opposing leaders of the OPA. Jules Pierre Mao. What's he doing? What's going on with the proto-molecule / protogen / all the stuff that he's doing out in space? Because Christian was locked in on him. Aaron Wright didn't think so, and then Mao was just like, "You're an idiot." So, like, what's going on with Aaron Wright? I mean, I don't want to be like, is he okay? But he seemed to really get pissed at Mao for even suggesting or like not caring about Earth. And it seems like Aaron Wright really cares about Earth. And I mean, I have to kind of say, like, that's nice. That's nice. It's not just power, it's his home. He cares about it. And I'm also wondering if the crew of the Rossi are considered OPA because they're, helping Fred Johnson. It's very interesting. I was really excited to kind of see all of our characters kind of come together, but like, Christian sending a message to the Rocinante and Holden sending it back, and just like that was so exciting. But even though it wasn't face to face, it was still exciting because there was contact. And I don't know if it's going to be something because I feel like Holden. So, okay. Alex kind of has this little bit of a savior complex where he wants to save as many people as possible. He's still really upset about the crew that he lost in the pod, and he kept trying to replay everything to try to figure out how he could have saved everybody. But then Holden had chose to sacrifice the science crew that was on Eros because he didn't want the proto molecule to get out, and that was like kind of the first time he made a conscious decision to kill somebody. And I'm betting with Holden because of who he is. He's got that gooey center that it's going to eat him alive a little bit. The things that like irritate me about Holden are the things that I also love about Holden. The fact that like I don't like that he's an emotional captain and he kind of acts a little erratic, but I do love that he has emotion. It's a blessing and a curse for me as well in my real life. So it's just like I can understand like that feeling that he must have, that heaviness that he has on him. It must be weighing down. Now with Naomi, she had asked Fred Johnson for a favor, and like that one day she'd come to him with a name. And I'm wondering if that's going to play out. I don't know what the relationship is, if they are on Tycho Station and they are with Fred Johnson, if they go back to series. Like I'm wondering what the movement is now for the crew. And lastly, how's Amos? How's our boy doing? I was very concerned for him. The last couple tidbits of his storyline that we were kind of getting about his past, he had talked about the churn, and like that's a pretty interesting story all itself. And I know that there's a whole book about the churn, and I'll probably read it after I'm done with the series. I'm not going to do that while I'm watching. I don't want it to really ruin where my headspace is. But the fact that he had talked to Holden about like how a pedophile thinks, it just makes me think that Amos has had some form of just devastating trauma in his past. The fact that he was comfortable around prostitutes, the fact that he was like kind of he was wondering if the brain condition that the scientists had from the magnets was reversible because they lacked empathy. And I'm sure he thinks that about himself and he wishes he could reverse that about himself. The fact that he knows the way a pedophile thinks only makes me think that he was around a pedophile. I love that guy. I love him so much. He's like, I like said this the other day, that he's kind of like LeBron James. Hear me out, right? No one likes LeBron James. Like your team playing against LeBron James, you're like, I hate that guy. You're screaming from the crowds, you suck, right? But if LeBron James is on your team, like, he's God, right? Like Amos is the LeBron James of the Rocinante. He's the guy that like if you're coming like at him during a fight, yikes. If he's on your side, we good. We good. That's Amos to me, is that like he is just like the ringer. You know? And I hate to gush about Amos, and I know a lot of people are like, everyone gushes about Amos. It's fine. Everyone loves Amos. I can solidly say that like he's my favorite on the show besides Christian, but like he's the person that like he's my baby. I protect him with my life. I kill you, something happens to him. Just saying. Okay, now that I made it weird, let's get into the episode. It feels like it's a season premiere, even though I know it's not, but it's the beginning of a new book. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. All right. Are you ready? I have a tear in my eye talking about Amos. All right, let's get into it before I lose my damn mind. Word to the wise, if anyone ever thinks about cutting their hair, I think it's going to be a good idea, don't do it. It's fucking annoying. here. Let's look for clues in the opening. I know that the blue stuff around Earth wasn't there the first season, but they also didn't have the opening that much in the first season. Wait. Oh, yeah, they probably don't change the credits. Okay, because I was like, wait, Julie's still in this? But I don't think it started out with... Did it start out with Thomas Jane? I don't remember now. I'm just mumbling. The Martian Congressional Republic. Oh, so this is after the moon blew up. Yes? The United Nations Mars colony.
I was a fusion drive engineer. My wife, Katie, wanted to start having babies, like all good Martians do, but I convinced her that we should buy a second-hand yacht for me to tinker around with instead. She liked to indulge me.
Oh, that's kind. Sam Huntington, I thought that was him.
Commence pre-flight check.
Me screaming at a
The original owner was Chinese, so I turned the damn thing off.
That's not a good idea.
See what you can do.
Ooh. That is not a yacht. So this is 137 years ago. What happened?
My name's Solomon Epstein, and I changed everything.
Great.
Massive relativistic field generator,
or some other bunch of science words you string together.
Love her.
It's clearly the greatest technological leap since the Epstein drive.
Epstein.
It's a weapon that will conclusively tilt the balance of power in favor of Mars.
Paradigm shift.
Dr. Iturbe, you're late.
I kind of missed very much.
We've commandeered a civilian survey vessel and are refitting it with our best sensors and probes. If there's anything left of Eros down there, we'll find it. We'll be on our way to Venus in a week.
Should they be doing that?
Next on our list of shit we need to clean up, 150 missiles we launched.
So far, sir, we've confirmed aboard on 121 missiles. We're confident we'll be able to account for all the rest in short order.
Fred Johnson's in control of those.
This time, I didn't run from the fight.
No.
The people on this ship, my friends, they helped avert a catastrophe.
Sacrificed a lot.
Helped save Earth. Yeah. One in particular. Love you, Mom.
Oh. Oh.
How come you don't say love you, Mum, and Mum and Dad, and Mum and Dad, and Dad? I'm amazed Earth and Mars didn't blow each other up out of sheer panic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's still time for that.
Indeed.
You still want to destroy our sample?
Yeah. Now more than ever.
I mean, I agree, personally.
Miller told me he trusted us to do the right thing. And we did.
I wonder if he knew that his trip to Eros would be one way.
Yeah, he did. 100% he did.
I think part of him never left that terrible little room where we found Julie. I don't think Miller wanted to be saved.
I was ordering you and Amos and Alex to your deaths. None of you even questioned it.
It was the right thing to do. Whether you like it or not, you are the captain of this ship.
Reluctant captain. Always Holden.
I just wanted to let you know that Naomi and I are together. Sleeping together.
When did it start?
Why?
I knew it.
$5.
God damn it! You awesome bet, man. Give me that on. I can't believe I agreed to this. All right, go ahead, take a shot.
Oh, really?
What the hell was that? That's because I like you, brother. He said it was a punch. I know, I didn't want to hurt you.
Answered.
She's a good person and I like her, but she's like a sister to me.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd do her if she let me.
Oh, God, Amos.
I'm glad we had this talk.
It's supposed to be a punch.
He'd rather get punched in a finger in the ear?
30 of them didn't get that self-destruct message.
Curious.
Kind of an unsettling thought, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. Where are they going? Was that catching them?
A once-in-a-generation breakthrough.
Cool.
And that was the whole problem. See, a high G burn hurts like hell. I felt like someone was standing on my chest. It was getting harder for me to breathe.
Ugh. That's how they discover how to do a high G maneuver, huh? Oh. You can do it. I mean, I think he does do it. Oh.
Because the most dangerous thing about being in a high G burn is that if it goes on too long,
It'll kill you.
it'll kill you.
I mean, Solomon Epstein is a name, so apparently he gets out of it.
I hear he's been away on Luna.
This is not a date.
It's not.
Girl.
Those days are gone.
Don't be cross at me for trying.
That just broke my heart.
The problem with Colonel Janus, as a scientist, I mean, his personality disorders are obvious, but his problem, bioweapon unleashed by Mars, which Mars believes was unleashed by us, which we did not. Did we?
Mm-hmm.
We did not.
Mm-hmm.
So what if this bioweapon isn't a bioweapon after all? What if it is responsible in some way we can't yet fully understand for Eris moving?
This guy's onto it.
I believe the Eris incident was our first contact with alien life.
How does he know this?
My file for what to do if an advanced alien species comes calling. It's 3 pages long.
Oh.
And it begins with step 1. Find God.
I need to get to Venus. Please, let me prove I'm right.
I don't like the way he looks at her. I don't like it at all. Oh.
He said to me, "You are the future, Diogo. You must continue the fight.
He said you need to get laid.
Just live." Who?
I mean, that makes Miller look really fucking cool. Not gonna lie.
The Mormons don't think like that. They filed a lawsuit over the Nauvoo against the Tycho Corporation and myself. Basically, I'm in some deep shit.
Yeah, I figured so much.
Well, we have one more thing for you to worry about.
Are they gonna tell him?
These aren't rock hopping mining nukes.
Oh, that smile.
This doesn't seem to be bothering you. Why is that?
Because I've got the missiles.
We could use some help removing the countermeasures.
Oh boy.
Well, they're good for a lot of things. They can be used as deterrents or a bargaining chip. And exactly what should we tell them? That is alien technology that we barely comprehend.
Yeah.
That would cause system-wide panic. Earth and Mars are scared. And whenever that happens, Belters always lose.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Mila, I do this for you.
Yeah, boy, get it. Alex's hair is just getting a little crazy.
Just on pure instinct. No time to think. Because if you think,
You're dead.
you're dead.
Oh, God, Alex.
Like what?
Oh.
Me do 2 team sheets.
Me not just one pro.
Oh, hey,
Oh, no.
Back off and settle down, you hear?
Where's Amos? Where's Amos? Where's Amos? There he is. Called LeBron in. Telling ya.
You okay? What are you doing here?
He's on your team, Alex. Come
I got a
on.
club next door. Next door's a brothel. Yeah.
Amos's sleeves are looking good.
You two enjoy yourself.
Oh. I almost got a little jealous.
All right, darling. It's all right.
Aw, come on, Alex. Get you some, boy.
What do you want?
Oh, Holden looks like he's pouting.
I want to know where you and I stand.
Would
It's
have thought
kinda
that was
obvious.
pretty clear by now.
Yeah.
You cut thrust for nearly 5 hours. What for?
just taking a nap.
And then Miller wanted to give his friend a proper burial at sea, which means that it's none of your goddamn business.
Smart, Holden. Very smart.
Earth, Mars, the Belt, the OPA. Shouldn't be any teams.
It's a beautiful dream, son. And I hope I'm around to see it come true. In order to survive, you have to pick a side.
I don't think that's true. But damn, did I love that moment from Holden. Proud of you, kid. It's a captain right there.
At the rate my drive was burning, my fuel was going to last for weeks.
Oh, poor Solomon.
Which I have to say was amazing. Aside from the fact that I'd be dead long before then.
Uh-huh. He'd be a puddle on the floor behind him.
It was my only hope.
Come on, Katie. Oh, shit. Ah, back with this guy. It's like he's listening to like symphonic music and he's moving to it. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd be keeping a close eye on him 24/7.
I think we should let people know about Miller and Julie Mao. The inners need to hear that.
You're going to turn them into a story.
They already are
A
a
love
story.
It's too dangerous to leave our sample out there anymore. We have to destroy it. We can give our sample to Mars.
What?
Treason?
No, at least that's something real nasty going on down there, and they just wanted to keep Earth out of it.
Or keep what they found there a secret.
Yep.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, as usual.
Easy, Alex.
If any side believes they have a strategic advantage by using the proto-molecule, then eventually someone will. And then we're going to have another Eros or worse.
Do you seriously believe we've got the only remaining sample in the system?
We just might.
Correct. No, there's no way.
We should kill it, drive into the goddamn sun.
I'm with Amos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naomi disagrees. She did not say yes. Are they really going to destroy it? I believe that to be a huge mistake, personally. Like, I'm with Amos, like definitely fly it into the sun if you want to get rid of it. But I don't think they should be getting rid of it either.
It's done.
My girl. My girl. What is she doing? Oh no. Oh no. They just announced their relationship. It will be over soon, I'm sure.
And a sustained high G burn, what usually kills you is a stroke.
Oh no.
But she had the plans for my drive. They'd make her rich for the rest of her life.
Oh, that's comforting, I think.
That's the wonderful and terrible thing about technology. It changes everything.
Yeah. Ganymede. Oh, isn't that an alcohol? Wild to walk on something like that and have freaking Jupiter right behind you.
You know, I really hope Eros was our tech. Be nice to have something in our back pocket to turn Earth to slag if need be.
Well, fortunately for
Jesus.
our species, no human being is dumb enough to put you in charge, Hillman.
Maybe shoot the soybeans, sir.
Only if they shoot first. Stickman, you're getting a little close to the UN line. Back off, maintain 2 clicks minimum separation.
He's calling her Stickman. I thought her name was Gunny. Or Bobby Draper or something.
You in the mood to talk? About the friends we choose to keep. Like Jules Pierre Mount.
Ooh.
He's a good man, Christian.
Yeah, no.
So you really believe that he was trying to destroy the Earth? Is that right?
Yeah.
He can keep a semblance of the life he's always known.
Aaron Wright can't. That would reveal something, wouldn't it?
I can reach out to his family. He has 2 sons, and another daughter that he adores. I'll be able to reach him.
There's another daughter?
Good. And please let them know that, if they can't, I will rain hellfire down on them all.
I fucking love her.
And I have the power to do it, because I am the fucking hero who helped save Mother Earth from the cataclysm that Jules Pierre Mao unleashed. Their family will be ruined. Their mother, the children,
Jesus
their
Christ.
children, all of them pariahs, outlaws, hunted and on the run for the rest of their days until we find them and nail each and every last one to the wall.
I fucking believe her.
Make sure you tell them that.
Oh my god, I love her so much. Holy shit. Mic fucking drop. Can you talk? Boom. Holy shit. Wow. Oh, my eyes are watering. I'm so happy about it.
Hey, Alex.
Apologize to Amos, you jerk face.
Fixing the Martian flag.
You're defacing it, Picasso.
I'm making it accurate. Deimos ain't a moon anymore. It's just a bunch of rock.
You were gonna piss Alex off.
That's because you are an ignorant asshole. 17 Martians died in that attack.
Do you want to do something about it? Take a shot.
Is this your messed up way of telling me you're sorry?
Was it messed up?
Jesus Christ. You don't even know why I'm mad at you, do you?
Yeah, because I took care of that guy who was kicking your ass and I made you look weak.
Oh.
The way I see it, there's only 3 kinds of people in this world. Bad ones, ones you follow, and ones you need to protect.
But so I'm the one you need to protect? I'm a big boy, Amos. I fight my own battles.
Okay, well, I guess that was kind of a necessary thing to talk about. That was intense. And I noticed we finally got her name at the beginning, that her name is Drummer.
Belters have to help each other. No one else will.
Che avete pensare todo him.
I want to know what they're saying.
We're heading into Ganymede's shadow. We will be in visual blackout for the next 48 minutes.
Continue patrol and do not linger on the border.
This is Stickman 1, understood.
I feel like she's not going to stick to the border.
Probably just an unlicensed ag drone from one of the greenhouses.
What's going on?
6 Marines. About 2.3 clicks out on foot, closing fast. They appear to be charging us.
Oh, God. I didn't like it either.
They're jamming us! Overwatch!
Okay, the one person you don't want to do that to is this chick.
God damn it, I need a surface visual now!
Oh, no. I don't know what that is that they're destroying. Is it satellite? This is intense. Wait, they look like they're running away. Okay, he's gone pretty quickly. Yeah, I was gonna say debris, like, raining down on them has to just be intense. Oh, Saeed. Oh, shit. Okay, so she's still alive. I did not expect to lose that crew, the entire crew. Uh-oh. I know it's not armed, but like, uh-oh. Oh God! What the fuck? I don't know what I just watched. Was that the aliens that are responsible for the proto-molecule? I don't know what I fucking just watched. I did not expect. I was like, oh, I'm interested to hear about Hillman. Like, I want to get to know this crew. Actually, at the very beginning, I said I didn't care about them. I sure as hell did at the end. Not it, like shed level of caring. Enough that I knew their names that I was like, oh shit, now they're dead. Except Gunny, Bobby, Stickman, not sure. I think her name's Bobby. I know that they call her Gunny as like a little pet name. But holy shit. I don't know what to do with any of that information. I know that they were in Ganymede, which they've mentioned a couple times. That's where like some alcohol comes from. I don't know if it's whiskey, bourbon, gin. I don't know what was going on there. I mean, obviously, like they were talking about that they're there to protect soybeans. So obviously, there's crops that are on that rock, moon. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Super cool though. Scary as hell. Actually, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't an alien, if she was just like seeing something that kind of looked like an alien, a reflection, I'm not sure, but like maybe they were giving us the idea that this was an alien, that was a protomolecule alien. It looked like the aliens from Signs, which was terrifying back in the day. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a pin in Mars for right now. I don't know what to think about any of that. All the new questions. Knowing that Fred Johnson kept a couple of those missiles, not shocked. I'm glad they're not just free floating out into space, just gonna randomly hit something. I mean, I know it's really hard to just randomly hit something in space, but this show would find a way of doing it, I'm sure. The fallout from the Navoo is that the Mormons are pissed, which if you've ever met any Mormons, they're just mildly disappointed. They're generally not too angry. But again, that's a big ass ship to steal. It seems that Drummer and Naomi seem to have a kinship. I'm really glad I finally got a name because I will tell you that I'm very interested in her as a character. We didn't get a lot from her, but Fred Johnson, second in command, really wasn't doing it for me. So that's interesting. They seem to be two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod that that's going to get uncomfortable really quick is Naomi and Holden. Naomi not destroying the protomolecule and Holden thinking it's destroyed, I'm sure is not going to bode well for their relationship moving on. And I really loved that they came out to the rest of the crew. And as soon as I saw Amos's face, I was just like, he want to bet. Sure shit. I loved it. I loved it. And you could really see the kinship with him and Alex in that moment. And you can kind of just see how Amos sees him as family. And he's really hard at reading people. So he thought him beating up the guy in the bar, that his apology for making Alex look weak was to like play a joke about the Mars flag. Amos is just a sweet, sweet little darling, isn't he? And he's really bad at knowing what he's doing is good or what he's doing is bad. That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Oh. But I love him for trying. And I really don't know what Alex is upset about, necessarily, other than Amos kicking some guy's ass when he could have probably, maybe talked the guy down a little bit or out of it or whatever. He kind of took the power out of his hands. I think that's more so what Alex would be upset about, is that, he of course wants to save all the people on the pod. So of course he doesn't want this guy to get hurt. And then he like kind of lets Amos know, like, I sacrificed all those people for you. I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of these moments are gonna linger with Amos and he might not understand them completely, but like I feel like he'll slightly feel it and he'll try his hardest to make up for it because he cares about Alex. Oh God, Amos. And the fraction of jealousy I had when he grabbed the woman and I thought he was going to kiss her, I was like, don't you dare. And he didn't. It's really weird to be jealous over somebody who's have jealousy for somebody who's completely fictional. It's just hilarious. Can't say I've ever really felt that before. But I'm really liking, yes, Holden is still very emotional, but I like his emotions, but I like how he handled Fred Johnson in this. Not telling him about the protomolecule, knowing that Fred Johnson is going to try to be after it, because he's looking at the ship logs. So I'm sure Fred could probably figure some of that out. I like the excuse that he came up with Miller and Semi and saying goodbye, having a burial at sea. I think that was really smart thinking, quick thinking on his feet, for sure. And I really liked that Holden, where Fred Johnson's like, you have to pick a side, and Holden's like, fuck, I do. I love it. I love it. I love that Miller has been memorialized, kind of like he's the hero of the belt. He was such a pariah, or such a, I don't know, no one on the belt liked him because he was Star Helix. He was doing Earth's job, essentially, to Belters. And the fact that now he is this hero, maybe just on Tycho Station. I don't know about the belt yet, because I know Holden is a hero on the belt, remember the cant. But I feel like Miller deserves that. I'm happy for him. And the fact that, this story gets out about Julie and Miller being these heroes for the belt, an Earther and a Belter sacrificing to go to Venus. Now, there's this scientist, which some of these names don't look like they match up with the person. Oh, still see Thomas Jane's face. Dr. Eaterby? That name doesn't look like it goes with that man. The fact that he wants to go to Venus and he wants to look into arrows, and he was pretty dead on about what it was, that it was alien tech, that it was, that it defied the laws of physics, that it had nothing to do with Mars. He knows a little too much as far as I'm concerned. He was exact, and I'm not okay with that. I'm also not okay with the hand holding with him and Christian. Girl, I don't know what that was about. I didn't like it. I don't know if that happened during her time with her husband or not, but it was incredibly inappropriate, because I now have this undying love for her husband. The way that he spoke to her when they were saying goodbye, when they thought that their time was done, was beautiful. That man is perfect in my eyes. No, Christian. But I will say, the talk that she has with Ehrenreich in his office, setting him fucking straight about Jules Pierre Mao and what she will do to his family if he is not cooperative. Ooh, girl. Ooh, I need that playing on a loop in my headphones to get me hyped up for workouts, to get me hyped up to go to the grocery store, to make a cup of coffee in the morning. I need her to hype me up. Oh, she's a badass. She is an absolute badass. And I'm not going to say it wasn't lost on me that Holden sent a message to his mom about what he can and cannot talk about. And I'm really wondering if Christian and Elise get to have another conversation, because those two together were very fucking powerful before. And I would love if we get that in repeat. I don't think necessarily it's a lock just because she appeared in this episode, but I feel like we got Christian and we got Elise and Naomi. And I know Julie's story is done, but she seemed to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm really liking Drummer. We got Gunny, who might become an alien. I hope not. That would be unfortunate. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I love these ladies. Diogo. Yes, go get laid. But Miller wasn't like, this is on you, kid. Or maybe he did. I don't remember that. I feel like I would have remembered. I definitely remember him telling Diogo to get laid. Now, it's really interesting that, we lost the whole Mars crew, and that sucks because Sutton seemed like he'd be a good captain, for everyone to work under. But then we get this whole side story of 137 years ago about Epstein. And it looked like he was ready to stroke out on his ship. And he does mention that his wife has the drive plans. Obviously, the Epstein drive gets out there because they're using it. But like him experiencing high G, I don't know if that's where they really realized they needed to do this, if he was the experiment for that or not. But definitely he's a cautionary tale about high G. That looked uncomfortable. I'm sure they're going to carry that on into the next episode. Maybe I hope they do. I hope we just never hear about it again. And like, oh, that's just we found Epstein 20 years later floating in a ship. He was a pile of goo. I don't know if that's how that works. But it would be really cool to get that backstory on how they created the technology for the drive. I'm here for it. And I love that Sam Huntington's playing him. I'm loving this episode. Again, it feels like it's a season premiere because it's the beginning of book 2. But I really wish the books were the seasons, but I'm very happy with the way the show is playing out. I was very scared to watch this episode, and I'm glad that they gave a tribute to Miller. I'm glad that they're giving a tribute to Julie. I'm glad that they're not lost and that they're just off the show. I'm glad that there's still a presence. It makes me feel good. It's memorializing them a little bit in my heart. I'm not mad about it. And if we could see more of Amos's biceps, I mean, that's my only complaint. Okay, guys, you can find full-length reactions over on my Patreon, as well as early access to the next 2 episodes. If you guys have noticed, there are more episodes going out each week. I'm doing that for you. And plus, my editor really loves when he receives these episodes because he gets to see them first. So it's not lost on me. He's benefiting a little bit. But other than that, like, subscribe, comment down below if I missed anything from this episode. Not necessarily, don't tell me where it's going in the future, but if there's something important, maybe even that I was dead on about or that I was completely off, I'm fine with it. But you can also head over to my Instagram, Funny Little Gal Reacts. I post content over there all the time. More of the cheesy, stupid, fun nature, but that's me. It is what it is. Okay, guys, I'll see ya.